Welcome to Flight School. In this series of tutorials, you are going to learn the basics of the ukulele, as well as play your first few chords. Are you ready to take flight with us? When thinking about buying a new ukulele, the first thing you should do is try out different sizes and types to find out which one feels the most comfortable for you. The Soprano is the smallest of ukulele sizes. It usually has 12 frets to the body, and it's often easier to stretch your fingers over the frets to make chords, because the frets are closer together. If you've got big hands though, it can feel a bit overcrowded or uncomfortable. Soprano usually has a high and bright tone. The concert ukulele is medium-sized uke and usually has 14 frets to the body with a longer scale length, so the frets are a bit further apart but are still easy for a beginner to make chords without stretching too much. Its tone is somewhere between the soprano and tenor. Listen for yourself to see what it sounds like. The tenor is a larger sized ukulele and usually has 14 frets to the body like the concert. But the difference here is that it has a longer scale length and a wider fret spacing than the soprano and concert sizes, so it can be difficult for children or beginners or if you have small hands. You get a fuller sound from a tenor uke with more mid and bass frequencies. Listen for yourself. The baritone is the largest of ukulele sizes you can get and usually uses a different tuning than sopranos, concerts, and tenors. Soprano, concert, and tenor ukuleles are tuned G, C, E, and A. But the baritone is tuned D, G, B, E like the bottom 4 strings of a guitar. The longer scale length makes the fret spacing larger again, so longer stretches with your fingers are necessary. It's got a deeper tone and sounds closer to a guitar, and so it can be popular with players making a transition from guitar or players who hope to play the guitar in the future. Overall, what size ukulele you choose will also depend on which one you like the feel and sound of the most. If you're able to, go to a shop and try different sizes and see which one you prefer. If you're a beginner, you'll quickly get used to whichever size you choose, so don't feel your ability should inform your choices too much. There are also some other things you might want to consider when buying a new ukulele. For example, the width at the nut here can change from uke to uke. A narrower width will mean less room for your fingers, so it can feel crowded if you have larger hands. A wider nut width will give your fingers more room. Again, if you can, try a couple of ukuleles with different nut widths and see which one you find the most comfortable. There are also different kinds of bridges on ukuleles, which is this bit here. No one type of bridge is necessarily better than the other, but they can affect how easy it is to change the strings. This is a tie bar style bridge. It's called a tie bar because you have to tie the string on the bar right here. This is a through bridge. It's called this because you have to put the string through the hole and then pull it out the sound hole to tie a knot and then pull the string back out again. This one is called the pin bridge because it has little pins that you pull out. You put the knotted string in the pin, push the pin back into the hole in the bridge and then tighten. This one is called the slot bridge. It's by far the easiest type of bridge to change strings on because you just have to tie a knot in the string and put it in the slot right here. So in terms of bridges, if you want to be able to change strings yourself easily, this might affect which ukulele you choose. But don't worry, on Flight School we have tutorials for how to change strings on each type of bridge. Some final thoughts to consider when choosing a ukulele for you. Is it a ukulele you will grow into? If you progress with your learning fast, you might find you want to upgrade very quickly, so bear that in mind when deciding on budget. Also, a nice ukulele will inspire you to play more, so get something you like the look of and hang it in a visible place in your house so you'll be encouraged to pick it up and practice.